So back with Space Engineers, we have quite a few things that we talked about taking home. But the big one's that spaceship. So the question is, can I move it? But where's that spaceship at? There's the spaceship. Okay, so that's the grease area. We can bring the large freighter back for that. We want to try and take this spaceship back. Now we might have to break it into smaller chunks. I'm not a fan of that if we don't have to. But depending on how hard it is to work with. We might just be able to cut some stuff off. So to make it easier, I say we get rid of this. Thankfully, it's all light armor blocks. So that makes it easier to deal with. So in the Scrapyard Survival, since we have to salvage everything we need, it's important that we only take the weight that we have to. Okay, so we want to make sure we do here is add in a few supports. I guess that battery's okay. To try and make sure that we're not taking in way too much weight. Well, I wasn't planning on cutting that door off, but I guess it's a thing now. I guess we'll just take the door with us. The other way. But the idea of going through and taking out all of the unnecessary blocks is one of the things that we can do to both lighten the weight and make it easier to take home.
Inventory full.
But it is a challenge because if you shop way too much, you might make it too brittle. So, there is that. Is there anything you need to worry about? Because that's like one of the things that I'm always afraid of. It's like, I'm going to cut something that I need to have. Thank you for the follow. How are you doing tonight? We are working through our found ship here that requires crucial attention to us not screwing it up. But we gotta get all this stuff home. So, it's a very interesting problem for us to have. Alright, so from here, what we're going to do is we're going to weld that up just a little bit, weld that up a little bit. And I'm going to give me a little bit of leeway here so we can weld this together. Oops, wrong one. There we go. There we go. Because all of this here is going to be like what we need in order to keep ourselves from screwing something up. There we go. But we need to get rid of the extra weight. Look, all this extra stuff here needs to go away. Now that battery, I want to keep that battery. So to keep that battery, I do that. Yeah. Alright, so let's go ahead and just start cut this away. There we go. And this will become what we need in order to straighten out the rest of the frame.
Energy low.
I got a little bit of energy left. There we go. So if we come up here, we can weld these in. You're a battery, you're fine. I thought that was a battery down there, but it may not be. Okay, need that. That's good. And then over here, we want to take this extra weight off. Highly important to get rid of. Need to get rid of all the extra weight so that we don't have to worry about it. Oops. So I don't have to worry about it. Because it's when you figure that hydrogen engine and that hydrogen thruster are going to weigh a small ton. And in reality, it might be weight-wise easier to ditch, to cut it in half. And cutting it in half might actually be the saner solution. I'm not 100% sure yet, but we'll know soon. If that's the saner solution. So we'll see. Let's let this fall straight down, because I don't want it to go anywhere else. Otherwise, it could fall into the truck or into the engine. Things like that are just bad for business, because we're not going to be able to do much with that. Alright. If we damage the big truck, we're in trouble.
Inventory full.
Oopsie, I'm full. Let's get rid of this. I mean, these light armor bricks are great and all. And they really are useful. But when they're in the way, or they're heavy, we have a whole bunch of them. Or worse, these blast door bricks, which are actually a great way to defend your ship, believe it or not. Having a bunch of blast door bricks are a great way to keep your ship defended, because they're not as expensive to make as, say, the uh, heavy blocks. The heavy steel blocks. But they are effective enough. Okay. So that takes the weight down about as far as we can without having to chop it in half. So let's get ourselves in closer. That's a good spot. I'm going to need a flex point right there. There. Now I have a point we can grab onto. This should not have any magmites, if memory serves. Don't think so. Don't think it's got any magmites. Let's anchor ourselves, because we're going to want to do that. Very important to anchor yourself when you're dealing with large weights. So I always keep an anchor on my forklift or my crane truck. Just such a reason. Now, with any block, I want to check one thing on head, rotor, hand, rotor lock, foam in. Rotor displacement, that's fine. Alright. So now we just need to put ourselves out there. Alright. Oops, wrong way. That's not what I want. That is unfortunate because I want it flat. There we go. So let's see. Can we pick it up? Now that means it's either too heavy or it's not a ship. So let's have a look. Cannot convert to ship. Which means either something is in the ground or actually I think there's something in the ground. What I do want to do though is I want to do a control pad. Now I can access it from the ground after it being on top. I should build up the top though, just to be safe. But I do want to do the drill thing. So let me go up the top real quick, make sure it's not going to go anywhere. Oops. Oh. Don't have enough. Not a problem. Now, with the drill in hand, we'll be able to look for that one spot, which I think is right here. There it goes. Maybe there was something holding it down. Alright. So, grab the crane and easy. See. Oh wait, it's off centered. We are way off balance on that. And it's gonna cost me that large hydrogen tank if I'm not careful. All that bouncing around, that is not a good thing. So, what I want to do here is on the crane, I'm going to disconnect the crane, pull it up, and then I'm going to, what am I going to do here? Where's my foot? Ground, piston, reverse, switch lock. So, 9. Let's back her up. I'm thinking I'm going to need to be right here. Like, holding on to the actual I think that'll work. Alright, so a little further. Right, and lift. Well, I just blew something up. That was not good. Oh, that's all. Looks like we didn't lose much of anything useful. What's wobbling? Crane. Crane. Okay, hold on. I want to check the elbows. Let's do that. That should give me a little more strength. It doesn't have to move quick. But it does have to be stable. You know what? I'm in the wrong driver's seat. I need to get to the back one. It'd be a lot easier for me to control this thing from the rear. So I don't run into my face. Because this won't be interfered with the crane or anything else. We just have to take it nice and easy so we don't blow up these large components. The last thing we want to do is blow up that large hydrogen tank or that large hydrogen engine. And like I said, if I have to cut off that middle section, to make it work, which I think is probably going to be our best choice. It's right past the engines, those lower engines. Let's just cut it. That might just be our best option. And then take it in 2 pieces. Or we're going to take it all at once. Don't get me wrong. But if I take it in slightly, basically 2 chunks. Did that just auto lock? I think it did. It acted like it. Alright, let me go ahead and set the locks. You're too far back. See, it's too far back. Needs to go farther forward. It is dead smack in the middle of the platform, which, under normal circumstances, would probably be okay. But in this case, we need it to be more towards the front to not wobble. Easy, easy, easy. Turn, turn, turn. So that it doesn't. There we go. There we go. Turn a little more. There we go. Now, lower it. Nice and easy. Yeah, there we go. That was a little harder than I wanted. So that puts us actually a little too far backwards. But we can finagle this. And down. Okay. So that looks like it's good. It's flat. Good. You're locked. Let's lock the other front locks. You're locked. Now we can release the crane and worry about the oversize. So for the oversize, we're going to pull back just a little bit, and 9. Pull back. Oh, it's 'cause I'm on the wrong one. Okay. There we go. Now, trick here is we actually do need to get onto this section over here. Because just past that battery, we want to clip it off right here. And it looks like the battery got blown out. Looks like that's what blew out, is the section that had the battery and the conveyors on it. Which is fine. Sweet. So what we'll do here is we'll take out all this here, which was here to protect the front end more than anything else. We have a... Let me make sure we actually have this section here in place. Because what we're going to do is we're going to take out what's behind these engines. And then we're going to take out... Beautiful. It's beautiful. Wow. Okay, let's go to the other side. And then we'll get rid of like this extra weight below. Because we're not going to need it. Right, we need this, we need this. We don't need this. Yeah, we don't need that. I think I want this for stability. No, it should be okay. That'll be okay. And then this side, we'll lean it backwards. That works for me. It's tricky when you're dealing with these cut downs, because if you screw them up, or if you're too bouncy, you end up detonating, components that you actually want or need. Like those batteries. I really could use those. I really could use that battery. But it's okay that I lost it because I have more. I actually have batteries, so losing one or two isn't that big of a deal. should be able to do... Oops. 9. I'm gonna do some acrobatics here. I should be able to reach that from here. There we go. So I'll get us into the camera. And then bring us down, bring us back, down, over. Go get it. Come on. Really? Thank you. Now, pull that back in. Pull that back in. Nice and easy. Pull her up. Nope, not that one. Pull that up. See, smaller chunks like this crane can handle no problems. Easy peasy. Those big chunks, though, not so easy to handle. But it does a decent job with them. You just have to maybe a little. And if you're smart, you can easily, very easily, you out just a little. You out. Now, I think we're going to go the other way. I'm going to pull this in. And then what we're going to do is we're going to use these outs. Which allows me to actually move back just a little. It's okay. What I want to do is hand rotor lock off. That way it can slide just a little bit. Because that will let it, that'll let it turn just a little more, which allows us to more comfortably get it in position. Like so. And now, actually, I think I'm going to just go ahead and let it drop. And before it shimmies its way off the thing, cute. Lock you. Lock you. And unfortunately the white ones, I don't have a lock for anymore. I just haven't replaced the switch since they got shot off. So, that takes care of those big engines. I mean, it's still gonna be risky as all heck getting it home, but it's not gonna be too bad I don't think. So, we'll worry about transport. Now, to make things all reasonable here, there we go. We're just going to take this home. I'm not going to worry about the rest of the stuff that's out here that we might have interest in. What is that? I have no clue what that is. I think that might be that old wreck building that I was looking at. It was an old wreck building that that's not a wrecked building. That's another cruiser. Are you kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me? Okay. No. I can't take that home. But I also can't ignore its existence. So let's go check it out. It says it's red. I don't think it has any guns. I'm not gonna turn my guns on. It's a research lab. That does have guns. I think it's just a wreck. Most wrecks are not combat wrecks. So, there is that. I just want to have a look at it real quick. Oh! Back up! Oh, wow! Hello, rocket launcher. Well then. What else does this thing have besides a rocket launcher surprise? Let's find out, shall we? Interior turret. The rocket launch that obliterated my ship. That's it. It's got an interior turret and that rocket launcher. Well, where did it roll off? Oh god, my truck rolled off again. Yes. I'll take my heavy armor box with me. I really need to put a beacon beacon on this thing. Because it just rolled away. And I don't know where it went to. It was in a slow reverse roll, and... every time in a vehicle that just decides to roll away, I always end up losing the vehicle. Well, we'll find that again, and hopefully I'll remember to disarm the turrets first. Yeah. Well, maybe when I get to the truck I can find it. I'll be able to zoom out far enough that I'll be able to find it. And if somebody reminds me, I'll put a tracking thing on it. A beacon on the bloody thing so I can find it again. However, that does look like it's got some good engines on it. Though that missile launcher may or may not be have missiles. Scrap settlements abandoned. Alright, well, hold on, wrong seat. In the back control seat. Since I have to pilot this much cargo. Anyone see my truck? Anyone see my truck? I don't see the truck. You'd think it would be easy to find. I was just rolling backwards. I wasn't rolling that fast. But, I don't know. Last time it took me 20 minutes to find it. And you'd think that after that fiasco... What caused that? I have no clue. What caused that? It just out of the blue. It just bounced. Okay. So it's vertical on the... Okay. So the rotor. The torque. Oh gosh. Torque. torque of whatever. Yes, no. Alright, so let's do the limit thing. Don't think. Okay. All right. Let's pray this works and doesn't blow up. Because it might just go poop once it breaks free. Alright, that's not gonna work. I know that'll work though. Time to get creative. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. I can make this work. I just need to. I just need to get some parts. And this will keep it from blowing up too. How's it going? Yeah. Yeah, I've lost points off my license and this is not good. However, because of the fact that I know how to do this, I've done this before. I've almost killed myself like this before, and there's easy and hard ways around it. In this case, the easiest way to fix this is to bolt myself down. Borrow the crane. And just kind of push us over using the crane to do it. So if I just go over here with the crane, just nice and easy. Like so. And slide the crane over. It's never fun. I did this once before with it, and it turned out to be barrels of pain in my butt. Okay. That wheel might be the problem. I have to actually go through and clip that wheel. Is that wheel right there? That looks like that's the issue. So in order to get this to straighten itself out, I'm going to have to figure out how I'm going to get up there. How am I going to get up there? Let's see here. Well, in order to straighten this out, I'm thinking this might just, yeah, that works. See, because then we can walk up the arm, get to that broken wheel, to that wheel that's jammed us up. And remove. And there she goes. Alright, now, with the finagling of the crane, should be able to flip her back over. Turn, 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 turn. And then don't. Well, oh wait. If I okay. Yep. Alright. So if we use the crane to ground it and then try and straighten it out. So if we drive, okay, looks like that's gonna be a problem. But if we use the crane, oh god. Okay, crane. Up, back, unlock. That, I'm sure, was not helping. Wish I could see. Alright. Let's... No. We're we're gonna do this the crane way. So that's our problem. And what I'm gonna do is, that's up. Oh, this is gonna suck. Okay. Could we have... I am not doing this in the snow. I'm sorry. This particular planet's weather, don't get me wrong, I love the weather in this game, but weather in this game, but it's annoying. Okay. Actually, if we easy, baby. Oh. Well, all right. Let me repair what I got. Don't have enough parts. Oh, maybe I do. Maybe I do got enough parts to fix this thing. And fix my royal screw up. Not necessarily that I have enough grids, but I don't need the rest of these parts. What I need is the signets. Oh. Alright. So reverse. Unlock. Let's not screw this up again. Jesus. Alright. So we are back to being functional, almost losing that large hydrogen thruster. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take the bus wheels. Is this the bus wheels or the other bus wheels? Those are the bus wheels. First off, I want to put that wheel back. We're going to want it. but it's just enough to add the wheel. That's why I have this set up this way, because it's enough for me to get wheels back underneath it. And sometimes that's all I need. Like in this case, all I needed was to get the wheels underneath it. Like I said, I don't know what it did. I think it hit a... I think it glitched. And when it glitched, that caused it to lurch. Because it's unstable, as it is. But every once in a while, it'll do stupid stuff like that. Like my truck is pulling to the left. Now that might be due to the weight. It also might be due to that wheel having been replaced. It also could be due to the fact that I have the toe hinge torque set too high. If the torques are set too high, or it's broken, it would give us problems. That'll help. I think it might be actually damaged. That's good, that's good, that's good. No? The hinges are in good shape. So it's not like it's damaged or anything, but it's just... Alright. Well. Okay, so that's how much to take home is over there. Now, it may have just been the torque was too high. So, with the torque being brought back down to reasonable levels, except trying to pull it around. Alright. We are going way too fast. I'm going to go ahead and save. That way, if it decides to have a glitch again, or crash, or something along those lines, it's not that big of a deal. Because we have to get ourselves home with this big engine before it's useful. And trust me, the engine being useful is far more important, you know, than anything else. Thankfully, though, I do have a bunch of metal grids, and we know that the crane can lift it, so we just have to connect the crane, detach the engine, put it in place, secure it, and then do the same thing with the fuel tank. Now, hopefully, the fuel tank is in a place that isn't that bad. You know, where it's like the shape of the tank actually fits the design of the ship. May not be, to be honest. The tank's design may just be the wrong kind. That is a farm, looks like I've visited before. So that's not too bad. It's just a matter of getting us home. Yeah, get around the mountain. And we've got to I don't know where the gun truck went. I will find it later. What I'll probably end up doing is when I do my video editing this week, because I haven't done yesterday's yet, and I'm probably gonna do that tomorrow. But do my video editing for yesterday and today's videos to get the shorter videos up for everybody. And I'll do the cleanup while I'm at it, maybe. Because whenever you have a bunch of things go wrong, you know, it's usually good to clean it up. So the one thing that I'm going to have to look for is a script that'll go through and like reset the voxels. So I don't have as many potholes all over the place. Which is a real easy way for it to screw you up. When you have potholes and stuff. What is that one? I don't know. Can't see it from that angle. Oh, that's a workshop. That's one of those workshops I thought about taking back for the homestead. But if I can get these bigger thrusters back, what I can do is start the rebuild and expansion of the main ship. Now, I do want to get more of these components and stuff home, because we can use them, but being we're not on a server where people can play on, if we were playing on a server, I'd bring back one of those bars, and I'd bring back one of the bars, and I'd grab all of those drink stations and shop stalls that we keep finding, and I'd put those, in the bar or store area, and those would have their own inventory. So that people could buy and sell stuff in the shop or shops. And each shop would have like its own small cargo container or something. So that they can, shop, cargo container, and people can buy and sell stuff to the shop. That would be a fun thing to do on a multiplayer server. But now, one of the guys commented that rotors are always exploding, and he's not wrong. Since they introduced rotors and hinges, there have always been some phantom forces and torquing issues and, things just not working correctly. Moving this thing around just makes me realize that even as big as my platform is, as big as that trailer is, it's still too small for buildings. For large frame buildings or ships or whatever. And, but keep in mind that up until a couple weeks ago when I came back to this, there was only a couple of buildings that were even worth taking home. The service station garage, there's another bar. There's another small bar that's interesting. There's a couple of houses. And so on. There's a few items that are actually worth bringing back. But not really a lot of stuff. So, once we are, how should we say, in a position that we've got everything we want back at home, or everything we need. Yeah, let's dodge that. That's what the gold ship was. I filled it in with a bunch of scaffolding, so I wouldn't glitch on it as easily. But it still is a glitchy mess. And considering I've got this huge weight in my back that I really don't need to blow up. Considering it's the only large hydrogen thruster I've found since the trash ships, or since I introduced the trash ships. Don't really want to blow that up. However, I just have to get over this little hill, and then just have to get across the ice sheet, and we're good. Because once I get this over to the ship, we'll be fine. And let's see. Don't give me that. I know this thing can do it. It's not that... Maybe it is steep. Right, okay. Oh, that's not. I'm gonna come at it from a different angle. Because I need a little more speed than what I had. But I need to get up this more gradual slope over here. This is an example of where if I had more traction tires, it would be a lot easier to deal with. And I've thought about expanding the bus so it actually had more wheels. And I played a little bit around with the subgrid script, but I haven't done it with, in earnest. But we're gonna make it. There we go. Now I just have to get around the little cape, and we are good. We're home free. You don't need the fluff transport. We're not doing anything like that. Once I've started doing a few more like ship design, ship upgrades, or maybe a heavy fighter, like that one ship that we found yesterday that I want to hobble home, but haven't had a chance to really start looking into. Or getting our freighter up and running properly. So we can get our freighter up and running properly, we'll be good, because once we can redesign this thing, and I think with these components we'll be able to. I think with this engine and this tank, a few tweaks to the design will be good. So I don't hit that little crest area. We actually want one more large thruster. There's two more large thrusters. I think it's two. Alright. So let's go ahead and stop us here. So the back end would take a third thruster, and the bottom will take 2 more thrusters. So the idea here would be to mirror this design, bring us out this again. So like you have this cargo container here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 in between. So you'd have from here, you go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the first end would be like right here. So we'll need some more, 2 more large hydrogen thrusters. But what I can do is, instead of having this sequence of items the same, I can take this one as is with its fuel container, punch this out with conveyor ports, because that's got a conveyor port on it. Add 3 more conveyor blocks. Yeah, I'll actually show you how to make here. Oh my goodness. Conveyor. Alright, so we need oh, that's right. The thruster. It's got broken parts. Let's go ahead and just fix that. Thank you. Now, what do I have in my inventory? Grids. One of those. Oh. One of those and 3 of those. Right. So if we take this and we go here, 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 like that. Okay, here we go. Now we just add in the conveyor blocks. There, and fine. Give me a ramp. Sheesh. Alright, so there, and there. That's 4. Right, because it's coming up this here, so it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, and then cargo tower. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then what we want. Now, unfortunately, this does not line up with the thrusters. The thruster lines up here. So 2 more back. Like that. That's where the thruster will line up. And like over here, we'll end up running like thruster lines between them and keeping this design for the most part. Though I'm thinking I may change it and take these little thrusters and put them out one more brick so that they can have a second connection point, which would be fine with me. But yeah, this will work. Now in this case, though, we're not going to be using that for connection. We're going to be using something different. And up. So that engine is going to be connected to this brick. And we have that hydrogen thruster, or hydrogen tank, is going to be attached here. It's not going to be pretty. It's actually going to look like garbage, but the other option is to disconnect it and then bring it out to where the other hydrogen tanks are, which is, where are they? The other hydrogen tanks are in the middle. They face the other direction because they have more connection points. So this one's gonna have to be attached somehow, a little more precariously, but it'll work. Oh, not bad. What I need is merge blocks. Alright, here we go. And then match this up. Yeah, this whole scaffolding thing is actually pretty fun, because we're doing a lot of super crazy stuff. There we go. With the scaffoldings. I think we're gonna do that. Get rid of the scaffolding there. And then we're gonna go ahead and heal up. Now, in order to get our truck trailer where we want it to be, the best thing to do would be to turn around. So that the actual hydrogen tank is moving in the right direction. So, like, this is the right direction for it. Yes, I know. Okay. That is probably about as close as I can get with the trailer, I think. Well, at least from the bus direction. Because if I take this in just a little closer. And to make this sane, we're going to attach that. We're going to detach that. And then we're going to wow. Oh, wow. I did not realize it was going to be that close. Okay. So, the... Okay. This is going to be a mess. I think the best way to handle this would be from the rear. Honestly. If we take this from the back side, I think that'd be the best way to handle it. Take the lift from back here. Right, because we're going to have to lift it straight up, basically. Alright, so... piston. First. Reverse. It's good. Now, take our crane. And put it on. Why did I do that? I did that because I need to prep the top of this thing. This little pad needs to come off. And I need that block to line up with that location. So, to do that, I need a brick. And I need a merge block. Now, to make this happen in a completely sane way, the best thing for me to do is to go from here, grab the crane, put me on slow mode, go ahead and extend the crane, because it's going to be up past. And push it down, push it down. I need it to be good. Wait. Is that going to be flat? Looks flat enough. Yeah, it's flat enough. Yeah, that looks flat enough. So the trick here now is getting onto the engine. Yeah, it's flat enough. I'm pretty sure the only thing holding that on is this block. Now, this isn't detached. You're attached there, right? Yeah, you're attached there. So this is attached to green only. So if we attach green, that moved. So we grab our crane and we lift. Up, 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 up. It's rotating. God, that was scary. Man, that was scary. Okay, hold on. And is this thing's okay? So let's give it a little bit of distance. Now it's facing the wrong way. That is definitely an issue. But we can rotate it. Around. Pick a direction. I don't care which. have to rock this thing around? Come on. This is terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. This is the only way to get this thing to move. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh, up. Up, up, up. Come on. Okay. Let's take this up. And then forward. Up. Sometimes you have to maneuver these things into strange positions to get them to work. Okay, so how am I gonna get this thing to rotate? Yeah, okay, that might work. If we... Okay. Bring it in. Bring it in. Okay. Now rotate me, rotate me, rotate me, rotate me. Oh, bad, 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 bad. It's one of those things that it takes time because I don't have this is not an extraordinarily sturdy crane. It's not extraordinarily sturdy. It does do certain things really well. Come on. But it does other things really poorly. And part of what it does poorly is what the base lock. Interlock. Now, from here, that'll give me a little more control. Right. I just locked that. Now, I want... Ugh! Okay, it's okay. I want to make sure that's not damaged. If it is, I want to repair it. Because if it's too damaged, it's not going to do us any good. And since it clunked pretty good, I wanted to make sure that it actually wasn't too damaged. There. Oops. Let me get back on the truck. So if we actually adjust this a little bit. There we go. Now, pull it. Jesus. This is what makes it tough. Okay. Let's straighten it out. Okay. This is stressful. It really is stressful. Because it's hard to see what's going where. Told you, bad move. Not a fan of this.
Inventory full.
Okay. Biggest problem we have is that hinge on the end. I think that is our biggest issue. So, what we're gonna do here is our current angle is 32 degrees. So what we're gonna do here is I'm gonna set our upper angle here to 35. And uh-huh. Sure. And do not hand block. Alright, well, let me see if I can get that thing in the right direction. Okay, so now it's off axis. That works. What we want to do here is the rotor and the hand. The lower limit I want to be 0. Upper limit I want to be 0. Disable rotor lock. Why? Alright. Okay, so give me a little more square holding on this thing. Need this thing to turn around. the hand rotor 180, sorry, negative 180, upper limit of 180. Not yet. See if we can get it to turn. Don't care which direction. Oh wait, if we actually take this out just a little bit. So that the thing isn't ahead of it. And then we lower this. It should rotate around for me. Okay, so lower. Alright, so this weather. Sorry, I can't do this with this weather. I just can't do it. Sorry. The weather is just too much. There we go. Come on. Come on. A little more. And stop. Okay. I need to go out just a little more. Now the hand one, lock, lock. Actually, that unlock. And then come on. All right. And then come on. Got it. Holy crap. Holy jeez. Oh my goodness, I got it. I can't believe it. That was a mess. And somehow it worked. All right, let's go take a look at it. That's a really dangerous problem to have. Because it's like inside. That tank. Okay, so now we're no longer inside that tank. That makes me a little happier. That does make me happy that that's no longer inside the tank. Alright. So this is actually in good shape. All things considered. About destroyed that again. Hope I got enough grids. I think that I can manufacture them now. I'm manufacturing grids, I think. But if that's the case, we'll be okay. So that was way more headache than I think it was worth. But it's okay. More grids, more grids, more grids. There we go. Oh, that's close. Okay, there we go. Now let's make sure. Okay, it's lock is off. Good. Nice. So, in order to connect this up, I'm going to need to put in a series of conveyors. I'm just going to use conveyor blocks for now, because I'm being simple. I just don't want to sit there and try and sort out what I want the tubing to look like. or anything silly like that before I even know what I'm putting in here. Because I don't know yet what this is going to look like. And actually, I'm a big fan of using conveyor junction blocks in large-scale ships anyway. Hell, there's cases in some of my designs, especially early in Space Engineers, when I didn't use conveyor junctions at all. I saw no reason to. I just used small cargo containers. That was my solution to everything. It really was my solution to everything. I had more cargo than I knew what to do with, and everything was connected all the time. Yeah, I really didn't see a need for conveyors except to save resources. The only thing I saw conveyors for was a way to conserve resource materials. It really was the only reason I could see for them at the time. There we go. Now that is completely connected. It's not well designed, but it is connected. And that's the important part. It doesn't have to be well designed. It just has to be connected. Because that gives me what I need. Now, what I'm going to do is these thrusters are going to get pushed out. They're going to get pushed out, and that'll be fine with me. Now, I don't know what I'm going to do with the rest of the back half of this unit. It's going to be on this side. Some of the thrusters are going to get pushed out to that end. I don't know what the rest of it's going to look like. So I may actually move those industrial refiners into this space. Put the industrial refiners in here. Maybe put some more of the hydrogen tanks. Do we still have ice? I don't even know if we still have any ice left. I don't know. Inventory. Wait, I don't even have to look. Should look up here. No, we're out of ice. We're out of ice. And our hydrogen tanks are 74%. These are oxygen tanks. Hydrogen tank. So I have some hydrogen tanks, some oxygen tanks. So conveyor junctions, those are for the thrusters and stuff. One of the assemblers. Okay, so we need a lot more ice. And we need to do some other things. So many grids do we have? I got 2,000 grids. I got 2,000 motors. I had gravity generators. I had gravity generator components. I might be able to actually finish this now. I might have to get the ones off the truck. No? So I got them. One more thing down. Alright, so short gravity components. Okay, so I think the truck might have a few on it. We'll have to check. Now, the one that's going to give us the most hell is that jump drive. Because I cannot make those devices. Gravity boats. I have everything I need for the gravity generator. It's amazing. That's it. I'm done with you. Push it out one brick. One more thing done. One more thing done on this ship. Those 80 power cells are gonna kill me. So, what's incomplete? Bunch of batteries. Some gyroscopes. Some hydrogen thrusters. The jump drive. One of the large cargo containers is incomplete? Is that one of these? This one's good. That one's good. Large cargo container. Show on HUD. Which cargo container is that? It's over there. Why is that one incomplete? Well, I'm not a fan of incomplete things, especially considering we have everything we need. I'm assuming that was complete at one point, but I botched it somewhere. Okay, so actually what I want to do is, since this is in a good state, I'm going to switch a lock. Because what that'll allow me to do is figure out what is incomplete, but only on this ship. So, 2 thrusters, some gyroscopes, and a door. So, I'm going to turn all this stuff on. I'm going to turn the batteries on because they're going to be nasty. I don't need the jump drive. I know where that's at. The rest of this, I want to know where it is, so I can repair it. Alright, so this is an easy fix. Oh wait, I can go over here and do it. That's an easy fix. I took it out here. Come over here. Grab some parts. And then light 1. Light 2. They're fixed. Not that that was a big deal to worry about, but it does take one more thing off the checklist here. This door, of all things, this door is one I hadn't even noticed was broken. I hadn't even noticed this door was broken. Part of the bridge airlock busted. Alright. So, okay, incomplete. I'm sorry. Door. Offset door, take off light. Light. Spotlight. Don't show on HUD. Spotlight, don't show on HUD. Incomplete. It's 2 gyros and some thrusters. Now, thrusters. Thrusters are one of those things that I can get to with either scaffolding or a little bit after. I get that from the rear. Alright, so give me you. Give me you. Now this could cook what's underneath that. So definitely make sure we turn these off because we don't need these running. It's a huge problem to have. Alright, that takes care of the 2 thrusters. That one's operational. That one's operational. Where's the gyros? You're kidding me. I would never have guessed the gyroscopes were inside the landing gear. That's nothing I would never have guessed. Nope. Not something I would have even thought to check. Alright. Well, let's put the plate back. that the right one? No. It's... Which one? Oh wait, it's in the other one. It's in this group. I think. Yeah, there it is. Okay, now the last... I need to get repaired. There we go. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff like that that's, like, partially damaged. That just never got repaired. Because I just didn't notice. It's one of those sad things. Sucks to be me, but... Alright, so... Oh, it is that one. Somehow I suspected it probably was. Okay. There we go. There we go. Now, if we put this back, from here, whatever. That leaves me with 2 hydrogen thrusters that are on the back. I know where those are. And the jump drive. Sweet. So I just need to find that gyro that's on the HUD. Gyros. Off HUD. Thrusters. Off HUD. Which leaves me with should be nothing on HUD. Sweet. So all we have left is those thrusters in the rear. And the batteries, of course. Yep, there we go. Now, to get to there, we want to be here. I can get to that one. I should get to that one, which is 6 up. said, it's just a matter of getting everything in order, getting the right scaffolding in place, getting the right engines in place. Turn you off. Turn you off. Now I have all of my the ship, all except for the batteries. And that's because I don't have the power cells. I really don't. Like, the power cells in here. And the jump drive. Because I can't make power cells. They're really hard to do, so... Put them all on the thing here so I can figure out where they are. Well, where are the batteries at? Battery 11. So this battery here requires 40 cells. Battery up there. Now, again, what I might do is I might just swap these batteries out for battery 11 here requires 80 cells. So what I can do is I've got some batteries. And this one here is pretty much a test. I've got some of the batteries. So what I could do is I can basically cut these out. And put them in. Gravity components. I do have 36 power cells. So if I've got some more power cells in the truck, what do we have? 12, 28, so that's 40. Actually,
Energy low.
it's fine. I'll recharge the ship. So we have, this requires 40. The one up here requires 70. And this one requires 80. Or this one I can get online. I can get this one up and running because I have enough power cells from what I've been salvaging lately, which is amazing. So that gives one more battery based on what we've been salvaging to being online. And then I come over here, grab some computers. And poof, battery is online. Now, this one here and the one over there 36 left in there. I don't know. Do I have... I got one. What do I have in here? Good. Oh. I have no more power cells. So I have like one power cell left on that ship. What's the inside the other containers? That damaged? Okay. Grab that. So what happens when you're trying to bounce around big ass piece of equipment? So no, but it doesn't mean anything. It's also broken. It's broken. It has no power cells. It needs repairs. It has nothing, and it is not broken. It is slightly broken. It's just a matter of getting everything repaired. Because these little cargo containers have their uses. I don't necessarily need them
Energy
here.
low.
You know, like, I don't necessarily need them on this thing. Like that survival kit. I don't know where I need that survival kit. Because I have one in the ship. It's more of having one for when we go out to build our new base. Yeah, taking it with us. That'll be a thing. So, we are now starting to build this. This particular design has, I need to get parts. Because here's the thruster jets, which blow into here and here. So it's going to have two spaces. So these two spaces, and then it's gonna have a hole. And a hole is here. And it's 1, 2, 3 by, it's just 3. Here with the by. You just have 3 in the spinner. And then there. That's where the next engine is going to be. It's right here in the middle. So that's the I have to mount, be able to mount those other 2 engines when I can find them. And then I'll have to put a landing gear pad behind it. Just for giggles. Because I need 3 by 3 behind it. This is where the landing has to go. Now I'll have to basically remove these plates in order to put the landing gear pad in. It's either that or I'm going to have to do it when it's airborne. But if I put the pads down, and I know where they're supposed to go, then it's not that big. Big thing now is just figuring out where I want to get the engines from. And then we'd have to move them. It's like the thrusters here, up there. I don't know if there's, yeah, there's 2 over here. And those 2 there. I'll have to get moved out to this new wall. Because I'll have to get moved out to that new line. Aside from that, we should be okay. Because everything up here should be solid. So, once we come from this point over, this end needs to come out, say 4. No, because the engines are supposed to be the outside. Right? Interior block of the engine. 1, 2, 3, 4. So interior block of the engine. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's in the right spot. The engine's in the right spot. Why doesn't it feel like this is in the right spot? I don't know. Because this should be more than enough. Kind of give an idea of what this pad's supposed to be sized at. Because, yeah, we're gonna need to figure out where it's all gonna go, how it's gonna be built. Because we're going to reuse this design. So that we can, make it easier on ourselves. But I don't know what that's going to actually look like. because the idea here is to make this thing big enough, both wide enough and tall enough to be able to bring all of our important toys with us. Like the because like the bus and the bus trailer. What? It's acting like I'm floating. So strange. What is this thing doing? It's acting like the inertial dampers are on. I have no clue what it's done to itself. But hey, it's Space Engineers. If something weird didn't happen, it wouldn't be Space Engineers. I mean, I don't see anything on. You know? I have no clue what it's done. Alright, well, it's that time of night. I will argue with this later. Thank you for dropping in. I think next time we're going to look into... I don't know what we're doing next week. We could be fetching more parts. We could be redesigning the ship. It'll depend on what I end up being able to do this week. So look forward to the summary videos. And look forward to seeing next weekend where we go with Scrapyard Adventures. So have a good night. Thank you.